Magandang araw po sa inyo muli mga kabansa. Ito po inyong lingkod Lado Paglinawan, nagpupugay ng isang matiwasay na pakikinig on your part at pagre-report naman sa akin. Huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe dito sa aking channel at Lado Paglinawan sa YouTube. Ang susunod po nating topic ay isang napaka-importanting project na na-report po ay hindi parte ng national budget for 2026. Kaya ang ating po mga kaibigan sa Southern Philippines ay nagpadala sa akin ng message na kung maaari ay italakay ko ito. Hindi po ito involved sa mga malawakang skandalo na bumabalot sa ating lipunan, mga kabansa. Sa pangkasalukuyan. Pero ito po ay isang napaka-importante kung ang development ng ating buong kapulungan ay kukonsidera natin. Ang chairman po ng Mindanao Development Authority ay nag-announce na wala raw politika sa delay ng implementation ng Mindanao Railway Project. Ito po ay sa katauhan ni Leo Teroso Magno sa isang press conference ng Mindanao Development Forum sa Dusit Tani Hotel sa Davao City. Doon lamang pong nakaraang Merkules. Sa isang interview on the sidelines, sinabi niya na several flagship projects across Mindanao are being implemented despite the feud between Ferdinand Marcos and Vice President Duterte. At ako po ay naniniwala dyan. Unang-una, yung Bukanan. Malapit na matapos yung Bukanan Bridge. At tuloy-tuloy pa pong sinasagawa. Yung po Bukanan Bridge ay donation kasi ng China yun. At pangalawa, itong bridge na magdudugtong ng mainland to Samal Island through a loan also from China. So tama po yung sinasabi niya, no? I don't want to put politics here because there are flagship projects that still receive funding from the national government. By that, ang ibig niya sabihin, counterpart funding. Ang problema po kasi, miski merong foreign assisted project, pag walang counterpart funding, hindi po may sasagawa. At itong Mindanao Railway Project ay parte ng Build program ni President Duterte at one of the infrastructure developments ng rehiyon. Ito pong 102 kilometro na ferrocarril from Tagum City, Davao City, Digos City. First phase pa lamang po yan na 1,550 kilometer railway that aims to connect the cities of Davao, Butuan, Surigao, Cagayan de Oro, Iligan, Cotabato, Zamboanga, and General Santos. Sabi ni Magno, ang lack of funding for the railway construction in the proposed national budget for 2026 was due to the DOTR failure to complete the updated feasibility study. Ako po kine-question ko rin itong updated feasibility study na ito Kasi para bang nararamdaman ko rito meron ng feasibility study, ay para lamang hindi matuloy, ay ini-expand. In fact, dinodoble at pinaltan para specification. The official added that the DOTR needs to update the feasibility study conducted during the previous administration, noting it must be reassessed to determine its relevance to current conditions. Anong relevance to current conditions? Aba, ay ito po aking napag-alaman na yung original study for a diesel-powered single-track system intended for passenger trains ay ginagawa po nila ngayong electric-powered dual-track system capable of accommodating both passenger and cargo. Ito po ay isang napakalaking kabalinto na because ang maintenance nito ay mas malaki. At ang capacity po ng electric train to do cargo duty is put in question. Kaya inuna yung single track para sa susunod, yung pangalawang track naman ay dugtong, mga kabansa. Di ba? It shouldn't be passenger freight, sabi. We prefer cargo or freight trains so we can contribute to the value chain in transporting goods from farms to marketplaces. Ito naman ang consideration from the very beginning. It was out of expediency only na single track diesel muna ang sisimulan, which can be easily convertible anyway to electric for passenger train later on. So, Jobus nila ang narrative dito. One is not mutually exclusive to the other. Pinalalaki lang nila ang project at ilalako na naman nila sa JICA o Japan, samantalang wala lang pera ang JICA o Japan, wala lang pera ang South Korea, wala lang pera ang Amerika, wala rin pera Australia. Isa lamang bansa sa buong mundo ngayon ang may extra liquidity at yan po ang bansang China. So wag nilang sabihin na walang politika dito. Sa aking analysis, this is more than just the issue, yung tinatawag natin provision of an absorptive capacity. Ibig sabihin yung kapasidad ng ating local conditions to implement the project, even if funded. This has something to do with Bongbong Marcos' stupid foreign policy of embargoing Chinese projects while he dances with the Americans that started in February 2, 2023 when he added 4 sites to the EDCA, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agency or agreement. Ang cost po nito, according to the old plan, no? Noong 2023, panahon ni Jaime Bautista, ay 82 billion pesos. My God, barya lamang po yan pagdating sa China. No? Ang unang mga estasyon will be located in Tagum, Carmen, Panabo in Davao Norte, Bujang, Maa, Turil in Davao City, and Santa Cruz and Digos in Davao del Sur. Magre-reduce po ang travel time ng almost 4 hours to only 1 1/4 hours na ngayon ay by road. Safe, fast, and reliable. Ayan po. At kung hindi po nagka-pandemic, tapos na po ito dahil ang completion ay dapat noong 2021. Kaya pumapalag mga kabansa ang congressman ng Cagayan de Oro, si Rufus Rodriguez. Pumapalag. Ha? Ang sinasabi niya, itong lack of funding and lack of prioritization, ha? Will particularly affect yung phase 2, which will involve the towns of Villanueva and Misamis Oriental, Cagayan de Oro City, Lagindingan, Misamis Oriental Phase. Kung meron daw North Rail, East Rail, West Rail, South Rail sa Luzon, sa Mindanao daw ni isang 1 inch of rail, wala. Aba, mabuti pa nga sa Capiz, meron ginagamit para sa sugarcane. Mga kabansa, no? So Rodriguez called out the zero budget allocation for the Mindanao Rail project. In the 2026 National Expenditure Program under the Foreign Assistance Project Funds. The total for foreign assistance projects proposed is 122 billion, and you cannot, sabi ni Rufus, you cannot provide 5 billion in counterpart funds to Mindanao. Unfair, unjust, sabi niya. It has been 18 years. What happens to Mindanao? Sabi niya, we've always been second-class citizens to Imperial Manila. And I am constrained to move to defend this budget because it's unfair to 26 million Mindanaoans who up to now have no railway. So ayan, umapalag na po ang mga lokal. Hindi nga naman justify. Kung merong 421 billion flood control projects na pinirmahan ito si Bongbong Marcos for 2025. Sobra-sobra ang pera para mag-counter-funding tayo for a Mindanao Railway project that is long overdue. Na siguro kung hindi pa naging presidente si Duterte na galing sa Mindanao ay hindi pa ito mapaprioritize. Pero ano nangyayari ngayon? Matapos maging priority dahil sa kapalpakan, kasakiman, and hindi ko na malaman kung ano sasabihin ko ng administrasyon ito ay mukhang hindi pa matutuloy. Kailangan ba na isa na naman Pangulo from Mindanao ang mag-leader para lamang matuloy ang isang napaka-importanting proyekto ito? Tandaan niyo mga kabansa, ang nagsusustain ng economic development natin ay ang Mindanao. Pero mukhang wala tayong pakialam kung tututungan natin ito, kung susuportahan natin ito. Kung ipopromote natin ito, mas malawak pa, mas mabilis pang development ang mangyayari. Hindi lamang sa Mindanao, o hindi for the rest of the Philippines. Maraming salamat.